Hi everyone. Hi. How's everyone doing today? It is an amazing day. Um, just coming in to do a COVID conversation. So everyone, I would at this point I'm really more or less overwhelmed at everyone's support for me as we went through this COVID experience. Um, it was a very learning experience in addition to the actual process of what I went through. Although it was a lot done, it helped me to solidify a lot of decisions and that I needed to make, as far as my life, as far as my health, and as far as going forward. So I am so glad that I am no longer, as you see, I am COVID negative. Thank you, Jesus. It is the best experience I can tell from it is to say that God is good. We don't know why He loves us so much in a time of hi Olga, how are you? Um, we don't know why God loves us, how He loves us, and why He loves us the way He does, but He does. He loves us so unconditional until we cannot even come up to His expectations of how He loves us and why He gives us another day and why He gives us another chance and why sometimes He doesn't give some people another day and another time, an opportunity. So, but the gratitude that we have, it all stems from Him. So, it was a very trying experience for my faith, in my health, in my finances, and in my whole life as I went through it. Uh, to tell it again, I never had, hey, hi, Lawanda, how are you? God bless you. My experience with COVID. I want to let you know that I had supposedly a mild or light case. So that the only thing that I did was initially I had vomiting and a little diarrhea. I did when I did not have a problem breathing until I got to the hospital. When I got to the hospital, that's when my breathing issues began to intensify. So when that came about, then that was another. So I was oxygen deficient, but not enough to be on oxygen. I just had to make sure I took deep breaths. What literally saved my life is my vitamin regimen that I do every day. I take vitamins every day. I don't just take one vitamin. We, as people, we need to be on vitamins. Um, One of my biggest fears that I had, because we have to identify things in life and then we can really come clean. It was a fear is because if most people did not know, some people did. In August, I had a very major fall. And with my major fall, it caused me to have a problem with walking. So with my walking, I could not hardly walk at all. So I began to walk with a walker. And it was like 5 weeks, 6 weeks. I'm in 6 weeks, so I began to start not needing it because my body finally had become mending before I got COVID. So I was starting to walk more independently for longer periods of times without it. But I was solely connected to that walker for almost 6 weeks. So my connection with that walker, and I knew I could not chance getting COVID. So I began my vitamin regimen. My vitamin regimen every day consists of vitamin D, 5,000. If you get the vitamin D that's not 5,000, you need to take two. So if it says 5,000, 2,000 for two, you may need to take an additional vitamin. So you may need to take an additional bill. That's the D3. D3 is like sunlight. Most people don't like to go outside. So that compensates the time that peoples do not spend in spend in the sun. It also begins to renourish your body. Vitamin D. So write that down. Vitamin D. Vitamin C is the other alternative that you need to take. You need to take at least 1,000 milligrams a day, at least. You can take up between, they say, between 6 to 8,000. When your body begins to have too much vitamin C, it will begin to make your body eliminate itself. Hi, Sandra. How are you? So, vitamin C. So, whatever is 1,000 milligrams, you need to take 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C every day. Elderberry. Elderberry is the other vitamin that you need to take. So, elderberry is the vitamin supplement. If you are already on a one a day or a daily vitamin, take this in addition. See how many sources of vitamins that it provide for you, and then go from there. And then that will allow you to maneuver otherwise. Okay, so you mandate it, or you push that up so that you'll be okay. That is the only thing that saved me from being intensely affected by it. A vitamin regimen, because so many people say, I am not taking this shot. I'm not taking it. I don't care what anybody says. I'm not taking the shot. And I get it. I get it. Fear, the unknown, the newness of it will cause you not to take the shot. And I get it. It is something that I always say, you have to try what works for you first. If the shot doesn't, you need to be on a vitamin regimen. Everyone has been saying the about talking about the second strand of the virus. We are in the second strand of the virus. It is very contagious. It may go from anywhere. I am a mask wearer. I um I am a hand sanitizer. I am a sanitized area person. I don't eat in public places. Excuse me. I don't eat in a public place. I don't, if I eat with someone at lunch, we're eating simultaneously. So that means if I'm at the desk eating, I'm not eating while their mask is down. So I don't know where it slipped. I don't know what happened. Make sure you're liking it, liking. If you're on YouTube, make sure you're subscribing. But I don't know where I got it from. My new job is at the hospital. So everyone's saying, well, you got it from the hospital. I don't know, but I got it. Um, it was not the only thing that I'll say it to anyone is we have to make sure our lung health is very good. How can we do that? Singing, making sure we're laying on our sides, turning from side to side. Because someone says laying on your back is no. They don't tell you to lay, you are to turn. The whole time, the more you turn, the more mobile you are, the better you feel. Do not lay in the bed the whole time. Find you a chair, put it by the bed. Spend time from the bed to the chair, from the chair to the bed. So you don't just take it. You're welcome, Latrell. Don't just go through it. That's even now, because now you need to establish lung health. Lung health is what is going to help you. Your lung health, that means your ability to cough up mucus, any mucus, Some people don't have a cough, some people don't, but your lung health. You want to make sure when you're wearing your mask, you are wearing it over your nose. Why? Where are the places where stuff comes? Your sinus cavity is here. So when you breathe in the COVID, it goes into your sinus cavity. So some people say, I got it. I felt like I had a head cold. Everything was congested and up there. Guess where it was at? Here. Lungs, here. Lungs, here. So you have a dual purpose of keeping this. I realize wearing a mask protects you. Now, wearing two masks, if you are wearing a cotton mask, make sure that your cotton mask have an insert where you can insert a filter, or you can insert one of the other masks under it. If you want to wear one of the fashion masks, if they don't have an insert where you can wear on it, but you need to have a surgical mask with a filter on it at all times over these areas. The other ones are just cloth. And what does cloth do? Cloth breathes. Okay? Say it with me. Cloth breathes. The mask filters. Cloth breathes. So, and everybody have, and I think they're beautiful, but make sure that you're wearing a filter or filtration in between the mask and your face. It can be an insert, or you can put it on the outside, wherever it be. They do have a piece now, and it is an insert that you can put inside the mask where it does not touch your face. So you can put it to your mask, and it's a piece of plastic, and you put it there, and your nose and mouth are open, and it gives you a better experience. So make sure those are ways and tips that you can do for your protective way. Another thing is buy you some alcohol, buy you anything that's a disinfectant, which hazel is a disinfectant. Peroxide has a disinfectant form, and vinegar has a disinfectant form. When you go in your bathroom at work, make sure you're wiping down the counter, make sure you're wiping down the commode, make sure you're wiping down where any place where a person puts their hands. Because guess what? You're at a place where someone may go to the bathroom and have that opportunity to take off their mask. And that's where you go. So you have to realize wherever you go, be safe. If you're wearing surgical masks and you have that mask on more than 4 hours, you need to take it off. Because know that you are using you're coming at it, your saliva, your heat, your everything is coming in. Also, I realized they said get an alcohol wipe and wipe out your nose. It can't hurt. I have alcohol spray. I'm gonna spray my desk where I'll be sitting. We already have medical things, but I'm also gonna spray my desk with alcohol, and also the seat that I'll be sitting. When I go into the bathroom, I'll bring my alcohol wipe with my alcohol wipe. Hey Tammy. Um I'm bringing my alcohol wipe. I'm wiping the doorknob in addition to the sink and the commode when I go into the bathroom. Even if it's a stall, I'll be spraying that. Okay? Why? This is not a time that we have really taken what it is, the pandemic, for granted. This is a real pandemic. We have people that are leaving and that are dying, and that are still in the hospital now. And we are now in the wave of New Year. If you are going to go to an event, be safe. Safely attend the event. Wear your mask. Wear your mask. If it's something that you have to touch, most people are not, they're taking pictures, and you see, if you take your pictures off for the mask, hold your breath. Take your picture and put back on your mask. This is a time that we cannot take it for granted, because this can be found anywhere. It can be anywhere. And no one's intentions are there for someone to pick up this disease, this virus, and it remains. Um, so we talked about the vitamin regimen. We talked about the importance of wearing your mask. Thank you, Tammy. Um, and we also, the next thing we have to talk about is what happens financially when you're out on COVID. If your job does not provide the COVID relief, you will be out. You will not have money. You will not have money if you don't have any sick time, any vacation time, any time that you can use. Um, I have just started a new job. So, of course, when this occurred, um, my income was, I was down to my last pennies. And, I was blessed. A few people blessed me. And that has taken me through the COVID experience. I promise you. Because they say that we are one paycheck out of poverty. Sometimes some people are a paycheck, but we already a paycheck behind, so we already in poverty, and we need that check to bring us closer to an extent. But um, I promise you that this has taught me how to maneuver and even make it easier. Okay, Tammy, I'll put it up. Um, this have taught me how to make my how to maneuver different with it taught me how to maneuver different with my finances. um I learned something very, very good. And it's a great thing that I'll always use even after this, and it's called Instacart. If you never heard about Instacart, Instacart is an actual app where they'll go shopping for you, and all you have to do is sign. Either you can shop individually, or you can shop collectively for everyone, or you can just shop. And on Instacart, there are several stores. There's Kroger, there's Publix, there is Food Lion, Aldi. It's the meat market on 17. It is Big Lots, and it's also Sam's. Now, the advantage of having Instacart and Sam's, you don't have to be a member to Sam's to get to use your Instacart. With Instacart, you look at the store for shopping for the items, you pick out your items, you put it in your buggy. With the monthly Instacart for your that will cover that, it will be a with your Instacart, that will give you an opportunity to take advantage of someone going to the store. So you ever went to the store and handled those 3 cases of the buy two get one free water, and you didn't want to do it because you had to handle it. No, when you order from Instacart, it will come like that, and you have the option of letting it deliver it to your home, or you can do only store pickup. I like the delivery to my home or have it delivered where I am. So sometimes I'll have it delivered to my job on my way out. So I'll pick it up from the front desk. So it is an amazing thing because so many people wanted to do something for me. And I honestly, y'all, I have never been sick since I've been 8 years old. I've never been sick since I've been eight. I had the flu when I was eight. So I never as so going through this, and I'm the person that take care of everybody. So when it comes time now that we need people to take care of us, I'm a person that I'm very easy to take care of. I'm very picky about things, but I'm very easy to take care of. Um, this is a time that people have lost their lost a lot of it's a lot of weight have been lost. It's a lot of but y'all, it's a lot of life has been lost because this has really separated us from what we normally do. But it also during this downtime have will spark your creativity. So what I've learned to do is um I've started a I make my own hand sanitizer. I started it before the pandemic. Well, during the pandemic, I was like, I make my own sanitizer, and I mix mine with natural oils, um alcohol, and aloe, and different scents and fragrances, because we need stuff to pour back into our bodies, because now our skins are becoming depleted. We have to do stuff to re-nourish our body. And that's going to be I'm going to begin a natural line of different things. Thank you so much, Tammy, for all of your support. You are such a blessing to everyone. um this Thank you, Lo. Olga, that's because you're always a blessing to others. So that it's been, oh, thank you so much. All right, Lenny, thank you so much. But I believe that during this, we need to really acknowledge that catching COVID is not a bad thing. Catching COVID is not because someone did something wrong or their intentions, because even people that are not wearing their masks and that they don't believe, this isn't a great experience. Some people didn't have it. Some people only had headaches. Some people only had just a sneeze, a sniffle. But we have some people that we have buried, that have now deficient lung loss, and that are now on oxygen. We have our family members, and this have been a what I have seen, that this have been a silent struggle. But as believers or even non-believers, let me tell you the key to this. This is something that we have suffered in silence, that we need to say, if I am sick, because the Bible said, if there is any sick among you, call on the elders of the church, that they pray the prayer of faith over you. Okay? So I had a call coming in, I had to change it. That they pray the prayer of faith over you. Those are the steps that you do. But you need to get people praying for you. You need to get people that begin to intercede for you. Because at this time, your body and everything is compromised. Everything, your whole life, your whole way of thinking, your whole way of being has been compromised because me, myself, I am single. And throughout my entire life, I have no problem with being single, with being alone and rolling by myself. But during this, it allowed me to see that being alone and being by yourself is not always a good thing. So I made some decisions about my life that I'll be doing. You'll see it as it comes to pass, but it's going to be some great things. I thank God for the people that have taken care of me through this. Telling me to come downstairs. I live in a townhouse, so coming downstairs is not a good thing all the time. And they have brought so many things to my door, and asking me, do I need some more stuff? I'm like, listen, I cannot. I can only eat so much. You know, Through this, you can only eat so much. It lessens your appetite, but your sensitivity to things, it makes you very sensitive, and you see people for who they are. You see people's intentions. You know, I'm grateful for everyone that had did anything. I inboxed a lot of people. It was a lot of people that I didn't even know. And anybody know me, I am funny about people in my circle. Especially if I'm low. But when people began to reach out to me, they gave me so many health tips. I suffer from this. This is what I did. I suffer from that. This is what I did. And there were so many collaborative things that they did that will help you. And I'm so grateful for everyone that did that. Everybody that texted me, everybody that messaged me, everybody that called me, um, even everybody that prayed for me, that touched and agreed because I needed it. Anyone that you see that goes through this, it is an experience that they cannot describe. This is an experience. I don't care what they tell you. This is an experience that you do not want. And I had a mild case. I can only imagine what the people that I have to monitor at the hospital have to experience. I can't even imagine if it's and I had a very light case, and we have people that are majorly affected by this. Some people lose the case. Some people their time, God knows the time. God knows where the dash is. But I promise you, make sure if you're going to make a decision, if you are going to make a decision, so you're going to say, I'm not going to take this I'm not going to take this shot. I get you. Yes, Elaine, COVID is real. If you're not going to take this shot, it is imperative that you find a holistic way to bring your immune system to maximum strength. You want to bring your body to maximum strength by exercise, by your lung health, because if it does come in, you want your body to be able, because, I don't believe what people say. They say that everybody will have this in some sort. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. But I want you to be safe during this time. I want you to make sure that you stay connected and that you stay empowered, because now what's happening is, you see, there are people that you never expected that have been succumbed to this COVID experience. But it is something that enemies should not wish on one another. This is a skip. But if it had not been for the grace of God, I always say it has been for the grace of God that He has blessed us, that we are able to be a blessing and to have another day. Because I promise, and when I saw the COVID experience came up, and everyone that got it that I knew, I said, tell people how to do it. A lot of the drugs and stuff that they ask are over the counter drugs. Most people say Mucinex works for them. Mucinex doesn't work for me. I have to use the old fashioned things, the NyQuils, the Dayquils, the chlorocetum. Those are things that I use to get my body back to a place. My blood pressure, not my blood pressure is not high, but my heart rate is, because the COVID experience make your blood a little thicker, so your heart will beat a little faster. So where I was regular sinus rhythm all the time, sometimes I go into sinus tach. So that means my heart beats maybe at 100, but it usually be around 80, between 80 and 90. But it has been affected, and I know because of my lung health and how I have been breathing and how has been compromised. So what I do now is I take my time of meditations. I meditate and I do my deep breathing exercises. I still do my back, my stomach time, just like a baby. Tummy time is essential because it increases your flow of your lungs. That is what you want to make sure. Um, Everyone, thank you so much. I want to share my experience with you. Now back to the financial part. If your job does not pay, you do file for unemployment during the time that you are off for COVID. Although you may be working and everything else before this takes effect again, um, it does. Tummy time is laying on your stomach, laying on your chest, laying on your chest, lay on your chest, and just like when you're a kid and watch TV, take some of that time because it'll allow your lungs to expand. So tummy time is just laying down on your stomach and allowing your breath to your back, because you have your upper lobes on your breathing, and you have your lower lobes on your top and your bottom, on your back, upper lobes and lower lobes. So you want to make sure that those are clear. If you have someone um, in your life and you can get them, let them cup their hands and let them go down your back on one side and beat up your back, beat it up the front, beat it up the back, because you want that to go up, because that increases lung health. And if they have any time in which that lung is not getting enough air, if it's being constrained by mucus, sometimes it's whatever, is still just not, it motivates it. So make sure that you are being safe, you are being proactive. Make sure you're wearing a mask that have a filter in addition to your fashion mask. If you still want to wear your fashion mask, just tuck your filtered mask into your fashion mask. But make sure you're covering your nose and your mouth. If you have a business, continue to take temperatures, but remember, temperatures, most sometimes COVID has an internal fever. So it may not reflect on the outside. That's one of the other things. I had an internal fever, but my fever was like 100. And it made my lips chap. That's the way I knew that I had the fever. The only way that I knew that the fever was gone is my lips. My lips have never been chapped, but my lips began to be chapped. That's when I realized the fever had gone, but my lips were hot the whole time. So be safe. You can't be the mask person because sometimes talking about the mask is counterproductive and it becomes harassment. But you stay safe in your environment. Keep people 6 feet away. When you go to the grocery store, don't take your groceries out of your buggy from the front, from the back. Go to the front of your buggy and take your groceries out of your car. It will not allow someone to be up close to you. It'll give you the necessary space that you need. So make sure that everyone is being safe, being proactive, limit your functions. And if you are going to functions, make sure you're wearing your mask. When you're going to the gas station, make sure you're wearing gloves. When you're using your debit card, make sure you have an alcohol wipe to wipe down the machine before you touch it, or wear a glove. Because I believe in wiping it down and wiping down my debit card before I put it back in my wallet. So that's why I try to use things that I can just prepay for, because I don't want to bring out my cards and stuff to swipe it across anybody, because I don't know what the person before me had. So everyone, the importance of being safe is being proactive. Act like everyone else has COVID. Act like everyone has COVID. I don't care if they've been safe. I don't care if they've been, you have to act. And it's not being nice, nasty, because we have so many people that we deal with, especially people that deal with people in a public manner or in a public capacity. We still have to remember, I'm answering the phone. I have to do the human interaction. But you have to remember, it's just like when we said about Black Lives Matter, when we wanted our Black sons to come home. Now we want just to come home. We want to come home safe, and we want to come home healed, and we want to come home whole. So, does anyone have any questions before we get off today? Yeah, Tammy, you're right. I'm not I'm never I don't I'm not trying to offend you. I'm trying to keep you safe, because I was the mask bandit where at my job. And I was on everybody about wearing their masks. I was on everybody about washing their hands. Make sure you're washing your hands when you go in. Make sure you're washing your hands to go out, because you don't want to bring nothing home to your family. Um, yes, Olga, that is my next. That will be my next experience that I'm going to talk about. The people that wear shields wear a mask. Where shield wearers is one of the bigger things now, because that covers this. Any particles will not get on your face, your skin, or anything. It goes to the mask. It goes to the shield. So every few hours, for the shield wearers, wear your mask too, because you still have the areas under there. And we want to still keep that, because it keeps people safe from you, but really that shield helps. That shield and that mask. That's just as good as wearing two masks. So always wear those. Wear your shield. Make sure you're wearing your shield. Make sure you're wearing, if you wear two masks, because it's important. The shield is good, but it's really not enough. So if you are wearing a mask, if you are wearing a shield, that's good. If you're not wearing a mask, make sure, remember now, if you are wearing a fashion mask, make sure it has an insert, or where you can insert a regular filter. A lot of people have been wearing coffee filters and all of that. That is good to an extent, but you need more of the surgical or medical. If you don't want to wear the I9s are just a little too thick for me. I cannot, I don't breathe well with them. Your microbans, your Lysol, continue to spray. But remember, alcohol is 100% killer of COVID. So everything with an alcohol base will kill the COVID spores immediately on contact. So get your alcohol spray, get your alcohol wipes. Usually you'll see a lot of alcohol wipes in the place where you see for the diabetic supplies. So you can get you a couple of packs and keep it in your wallet. So when you take out your card and you give it to someone, make sure that you wipe off your wallet. Make sure that you're sanitizing your hands. So that is it for today. I have another meeting that I have to be in today at 6 o'clock. But I promise you, I will keep you informed. I'm able to go back to work starting next week. Everyone, I promise you, I thank you so much for your support, your love shown, your telephone calls. It has helped me. It has helped me to endure this and to go through this very detrimental thing, because it is something when you sit and it's just you go through this. When you have families and you have um, people that you have to take care of you, and I didn't want to jeopardize or compromise anybody, so I didn't even go out my door until they went. I was like, did you come to my door? Are you going? Don't stand by it long. Just drop the stuff off and I'll come out when you're in your car, because I did not want to compromise my family and my friends that were taking care of. So, you know, I would like for y'all to like and share this. This is a part. This is what COVID looks like. It does not look good for everybody. Some people come home on oxygen. You know, some people come home and cannot stay home and have to go back to the hospital because it's not getting better. But I promise you, if you're going to take the vitamins, if you're going to take the shot, take vitamins. If you're not going to get the shot, take the vitamins. So change your life, change your way of thinking, be more open, find out more information. Find out more information. There are Moderna and Pfizer. Johnson and Johnson is creating a they're creating a shot also. So we have so much going on now. Just be safe. Wear your gloves and protect yourself and your family. So everyone, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for always being there. This is a very informative part of it. We'll have more questions and answers, and I hope anybody have any more questions before we get off. I'll make sure that if I don't know the answer on this one, I'll find out the answer. I'll put it in here, and I'll also inbox the person directly. But make sure that we are not just being safe. We are keeping our family safe. Make sure that you're keeping your children safe. Get your children on a vitamin regimen, because there are so many asemic children that are walking around that you will be surprised. So make sure you get your children checked. Make sure your children are tested, especially if your children are in a place in which they are being interactive and they are not wearing their masks. So make sure we're keeping them safe also. So everyone, thank you so much. And I will be seeing y'all as we go. Of course, I have to advertise for those that I always advertise. Y'all remember Monica Savannah, McCall Sims. She is a valuable asset to the community as far as with fashion, design, also image and image consultant. She is an amazing young woman. Look up Modest of Savannah and you'll find McCall Sims. She is an amazing person. Also Janie Flowers, Elder Janie Flowers, she does prayer prep. make sure that you are taking advantage of on, I think it's on every Thursday night for 15 minutes of packed word and power. So if you need your extra pep up for your step, come on Prayer Essentials on Tuesday night with Elder Janie Flowers. So everyone, I just want to say I thank you. I thank you so much for everything that you do for me. All of your prayers, all of your love that you have showed. Thank you for, seed sown as far as your cash apps, because, you know, it is what it is, but I'm so grateful that God has blessed me to maintain myself even during this time. So I'm grateful to him. So I just want to tell y'all all thank you so much and continue to watch. I'll be back on next week. Well, next week is tomorrow. This is our new week. So I'll be on probably Monday or Tuesday, and I'll be on again as I go back to work, and just let you know how does it feel to go back to work. Because one of the things that I do want to share before I get off is I want to share um, as I go back to work, one of the things I could have gone back to work as of Tuesday of last week. I promise you, I could have gone back to work, but I was not healed. I was not fully healed. And I did not want to go back because one of the biggest things is because of financial responsibility, some people go back to work and they go back and they infect everybody else because they become asemic. Because before you are completely healed, you become asemic. So that means you're able to pass. And my goal was I wanted it to die in me so that I wouldn't pass it on to anybody else because I don't want to traumatize anyone else's house because their experience with the virus may not be mine. So if you do get it, remember, walk out the entire process. Get your negative reports, get your negative response, and live from there. All right, everybody. Thank you so, so, so much. Thank everyone for their shown, everyone that showed me love by Cash App. If you want my Cash App information, it's $ Ken Dave 67. That's KENDAV 67. Yes, 53. Yes, we're going to be 54, and I'm so grateful because you'll be hearing about it because it is an amazing testimony when I really really testify about why being 53 is a blessing for me. All right, so everyone, thank you so much, and I will be checking on you later.